Assemble the poles and lay them out in the ground. The Nile has 8 standard upright poles, 2 canopy uprights with a spike at the end, 5 fiberglass roof poles, and small fiberglass window cover poles. Each pod has 1 steel curved pole and 2 steel upright poles. The pod uprights are smaller and shorter than those for the main tent. Open the fly sheet on the ground and position the tent in the required direction. Remove the canopy if it's attached. Locate the pole sleeves on the roof section of the fly sheet and insert the roof poles. Fasten the upright poles onto the roof poles. At one side of the tent, locate one end of each pole onto the corresponding ring and pin system on the pole anchor straps. On the other side, loosen the webbing straps and make each pole into an arch, locating the pole ends onto the corresponding ring and pin. Tension the straps. Lay the arches on the ground, with the front of the tent facing down and the back of the tent on top. Peg out the adjustable anchor straps at both corners of the rear of the tent with V-pegs. With one person at each side of the tent, gather all the poles together and lift the arches into the upright position. Pull the fly sheet forward, away from the pegged points, until the tent takes shape. Peg the 2 anchor straps at the front doorway using V-pegs. At this point, ensure that all the poles are in line with each other and that the tent is sitting square. Clip the fly sheet onto the poles. Peg down all the pole positions through the metal rings using pin pegs. Take care that the poles are aligned with the adjacent seams. Peg down the remaining fly sheet pegging points using pin pegs. The pods are packed pre-attached to the fly sheet. One or both can be removed using the heavy-duty zips. To use the pod, insert the curved pole into the pole sleeve and insert the 2 uprights into this. Follow the seam down from the sleeve to find the correct pin and ring fitting and make the arch as before. Peg out both corners of the pod using V-pegs. Insert the window brow poles. Peg out all the guy lines using pin pegs. Zip the canopy onto the front of the tent. Insert the remaining roof pole and attach the uprights. Spike the upright into the ground and clip the canopy into one of the holes in the upright. Guy the canopy. Open out the inner tents inside the fly sheet and position the doorways to correspond with the living area. Each inner has colour-coded webbing straps. Starting from the rear corners of the tent, attach the elasticated hooks on the ground sheet to the corresponding rings on the fly sheet anchor straps. Suspend the inner by attaching the toggles of the inner tent through the rings on the inside of the fly sheet. Do the rear first and work forward. Clip the buckles to the corresponding coloured roof buckles. The pod ground sheets go over the main ground sheet. An inner bedroom can be fitted to the large pod in a similar way to the bedrooms in the main tent.